fellas, what's going on? Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
It's so good. I saw it last night. I can't stop thinking about it. I've been telling everybody here at work. I cannot wait for everyone to see it. Let's get into this. It's the 60th year anniversary, and we're bringing this to a new generation. For you guys and whoever wants to take on this question, or all of you, how exciting is that you're a part of this?
I've been saying, like you wake up the next morning and you're like, I had this weird dream last night. It was like they decided they were going to remake West Side Story, and Steven Spielberg was directing it. And I was in that role, and Rita Moreno was in it. Like, it's actually weird. It's a really like strange. If you put all these pieces together, you're like, no, that's surreal. That's a weird thing, Yeah,
if it's like one of those epic dreams that you wake up and you're like, damn, like I don't want to wake up. Like you don't want to believe that it wasn't real, but it is. Yeah. I still haven't woken up in like years now, and I'm glad.
I have to ask you, there's so many great parts in this film, but for each of you, what was the part that stood out to you that maybe you like couldn't believe that was happening, or you went back, I don't know, to your trailer and you just were reflecting like, wow, I can't believe I just was able to do that, or just maybe even when it hit you that it was real? David, you can go first.
I just remember this one shot, and we were talking about this shot earlier, of when you're singing Maria, and it's like the puddle, and it's shining down. I mean, I have never seen a more beautiful shot in cinema than that shot. That shot takes my breath away, and it reminded me like this is a moving painting. This is not a normal movie. This is something next level. And yeah, I mean, and that's just one shot. There are so many more shots that I can think of, but that specifically is just insane. And I mean, Janusz, you gotta give it to Janusz.
Yeah, for Janusz, that's funny. I remember filming on the subway, and I kind of felt like, Tony was in this like weird place where like him and Maria are kind of disagreeing and stuff. And I was looking, and I like, and the subway, sometimes, you make eye contact with someone and then you have the competition of who breaks the eye contact. And I looked and I saw Janusz, and Janusz is looking at me, and I like kept staring at him and trying to like break, and he wouldn't look away. And Janusz just like big time me, and like on the subway, I was like, damn, I got to get back to the scene.
You win this time.
Yeah. I remember one of the first scenes that we shot was Cool, the dance number between Ansel and I, and we took 3 days to finish that. And at the end of it, one of our cast members, Harrison Cole, his father had just passed away relatively recently, and his dad had a history with West Side Story and was a big part of Harrison's upbringing with dance. And Harrison really felt like being a part of this for him was in some way weirdly connecting to his dad. And so on that last day, Harrison brought his father's ashes, and the group of us, we went to the East River right there. And like, we kind of said a little prayer. We sang the Jet song, and Harrison released his dad into the East River there. It was just like, what are we doing? Like, it's those moments that like, this was a very special thing for all of us.
Yeah, it meant a lot to all of us. It was like deep in our hearts, and we kind of dedicated our lives to it. I remember filming, and like we just kind of stayed in it, especially Mike. I mean, Mike never broke his accent. He was Riff the whole time, in the good parts of Riff and the bad parts of Riff. He was always Riff. But yeah, deep in our hearts, like, still, honestly. And that's why it's been such a pleasure like promoting this movie and seeing the movie. And it's been a real celebration. And then lastly, just have to say, like, celebrating Stephen Sondheim, who recently passed, but he was there, and he was so supportive and came and talked to the cast and was there giving us criticism when we needed it and compliments when we needed it. And much love to Sondheim.
I'm so glad you said that, because I definitely wanted to ask you about that, about having him a part of it, having Steven Spielberg at the helm, having Rita Moreno a part of this as well, and a new character as Valentina. Like, what did that feel like, knowing that you had such legends and icons a part of this? And did it add any pressure to what it is that you were doing?
I think for me, it didn't add any pressure per se, but it allowed a lot of trust of like, you know what? These people are not going to make me look bad. Like, I'm going to throw everything I can. And the fact that they entrusted us in these positions to do this, that in itself is a liberating feeling. It's like, we are here for a reason. And having Sondheim a part of that. And like you said, I think really passing the torch down to us and entrusting his words to us and teaching us. It was a very special thing to be a part of.
Well, you definitely took the torch and you ran with it, because the movie is just fantastic. And I have to say, it's good to see you guys getting along. I'm coming from the movie, you know what I mean? So I'm like, wow, they're all sitting there, everyone's having a good time. But the chemistry you had on screen is evident in this interview as well. I always like to ask this question, is especially because you're a part of such an iconic film now, did you take anything? Was there something that you were like, oh, that's part of my character, and I gotta have that costume, memento? I don't know.
No, I know you took something.
I did.
I'm just imagining.
Oh, well, you know what? I have all these tattoos from the film, and Judy Chen, who was our wonderful makeup artist, sent me with a bag of the leftovers. I don't think I have anything from the set.
It was pretty like, I feel like all the costume pieces are like, they're going to put them in museums or whatever. Like they're already like displaying them at the AMC or at this or this. So yeah, only thing I have is my rehearsal dance shoes, which are still a good memento.
Yeah.
I feel like what we took is like inside of us. What we took is in our hearts and our minds, and that's what really counts. Because they wouldn't allow us to take any of those very valuable props.
Except for Steven Spielberg's watch. I have that.
Yeah.
I stole that.
What do you want audiences to take away when they watch this?
I want them to take away that, no matter how scared you are, no matter how much fear you have in your heart, there's room to love. There's room to let that take over. I think this story is, the foundation of the story is love. And it's about letting yourself love so you can be loved, and not letting fear and hatred get in the way of that. Because that's just going to cause division. I think that's the big thing about it.
Yeah. And misunderstanding. I mean, I think it's so great. Like in this film, even if you don't speak Spanish, like there is Spanish in the film with no subtitles, and you understand the language, even if you don't know how to speak Spanish. And that's just like testament to, I think this film actually makes you more understanding, hopefully, and will make audiences more understanding of people different from them. And that even though we have our differences, which is great, we have our own cultures, which should all be celebrated. We are all one in the same, and we all can love.
Yeah.
Gosh, at this moment, I wanted you, Ansel, to pull out a piece of paper and read to me something in Spanish, like you did in the movie to close the interview. That's what I wanted. Oh, you guys, my time is up. It's so fun talking to you. Once again, I can't say it enough. Congratulations on the film. It's really fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.